Oh, you right, guys?
Yeah. Oh, dude, great throwing us calls.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh,
Ready
yeah.
to record the video? Going to do a Palantir special? Talk about the weekend?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had Sauron, brutal. I won 4 games with Sauron, and even my 5th one, I'm like, I almost won. Solid shot.
Congrats. I mean, obviously, me and Tom, lucky enough, we knew where we finished. Have you guys heard where you guys finished?
No, have the scores come up yet?
No, they haven't been up. Apparently, they're going to be online like any minute though.
Well, no, I can't wait. I mean, I at least probably got like top 10 because 4 wins. I imagine so. Oh, and how many wins did you get?
I think I got 2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie.
That's really good. That's really good.
I mean, it's my second tournament, so.
Over time, the 4 wins will come.
Yeah.
All right, so. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if I can get 3 wins, from 2 wins to 3 wins. The first tournament I had 1 win, I think.
But yeah, like even 2 wins, you should finish like fairly high up. I would have thought, and you might get some most sporting votes and best army.
That's kind of what I'm counting on, the sporting votes.
But that's still cool.
Yeah.
And I think that would help out quite a bit. I think about bump your score up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's what he said.
is about this, the sportsmanship.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so.
Cool, well, good luck. Oh,
Thanks.
I think we have it. I think they're here. Yep, the scores are online.
all right. Where am I at?
Okay, so we're looking for Zadie first, shall we?
Yeah.
So
Let's see me as you're scrolling down. Must have
can't
missed me.
see the 30s.
Yeah, I guess we'll find Zadie. Yeah.
That'll be that. We're not
we
necessarily
probably have to
expecting
scroll
that.
up to find that.
Of course, yes.
Oh my god, I'm 58.
50.
That's actually not
Look
bad.
at you.
Oh my god.
What? That's so good for a beginner. Your first, second tournament, I think.
I mean,
You've
yeah.
done so well.
58 is
I really thought it was
fantastic.
going to be closer to 100.
How many sportsmanship votes?
Got 2 best sporting and 2 best
Yay.
army.
Look at you.
Well done.
Yeah.
Smashed it.
Awesome.
That's actually not bad.
That was really good.
Actually, can we find out? I'm just with Sauron and just all the wins.
Oh, you was, yeah.
Just see where I'm at.
So if I go back up,
Yeah, we must have missed it.
Yeah.
what
No.
is-
Should. Huh.
I don't see
I didn't
anything.
make the top 10. Oh,
Is it top 10?
Keep
Should we go up to the
no,
top?
well, no, it's not. It's not there.
I don't see anything.
Keep scrolling. A lot of people got a lot of wins, I guess.
Yeah.
Come on.
Maybe like they omitted him by accident or something.
Huh.
Oh, I can't see you up there in the top 50. Should we?
Yeah, keep. I don't know. Like, sure, I guess. Yeah,
Do you
scroll
wanna-
down. Yeah, I guess so.
So this is. There's Zadie.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What? How do you get 59th with 4 wins?
You're 59.
59.
I'm 58.
She beat me?
You're
Wait a
low.
minute. How? Let me see this. Let me see the scores. How does this work?
Wait,
No, they.
Zadie got 4, so you must have got 3
Yeah,
or.
Oh, so 24.
or 2
Yeah,
or-
no, they got my wins
Oh.
correct. No one likes Sauron?
No one likes you or Sauron.
Yeah.
This is silly. I'm done.
Okay, well I guess if he
I
doesn't want to be in there, we break it here.
It's not. I don't know. I mean, my first game was pretty good.
Yeah, cool.
Zadie, we're leaving. Pack your bags.
Well, guys, sorry.
That's alright. We understand.
4 wins and 59th. What the heck?
Sorry, guys. See ya.
Sorry, Zadie. Bags of the tea. Welcome, Strategy Battle Games, to the GBHL YouTube video. You hear me, host GBHL Damian.
And GBHL Tom.
And this is episode 98 of the Palantir. Oh, yes. 98, Tom. Oh, we're getting there. Very, very close to 99.
It's like Sam and Frodo going up Mordor. They're just
With tedious slowness. Absolutely. We're on to the really tedious, slow bit of the Palantir. Some would say it's the whole show, but they would be rude. How you doing, Tom?
fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Marvellous stuff. Had a good week. Good couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been alright.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Yeah. Hopefully I elaborate more later, yeah.
There you are.
Hopefully I elaborate more than just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It hasn't happened yet, but they say 4 years is the charm. Hi. How are you all doing? Hope you're having a lovely time. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. Hope this has gone up on Friday. Have you got your bowl? Have you got your cereal?
Or paints.
Indeed, all paints. As ever, on the Palantir, everything you're about to hear for the next hour is only hour and a half probably, is only our own views and opinions and do not represent the views and opinions of the Great British Hobbit League or indeed the what's the other one? GBHL podcast or any other formal body or institution such as Homebase.
Homebase. Okay. Who are they owned by now? It's an Australian company, isn't it?
Bunnings have moved out.
The Bunnings moved out.
Yeah, Bunnings came into the UK and said, "Hi, we take all your Homebase.
Yeah.
We turn them into Bunnings." Bunnings make terrible farce of running
Homebase.
DIY shops.
Yeah.
Bunnings go running back to Australia. It's true. They've gone. So the one over the road now is a Homebase again.
At least the Australians.
If you're new to the show, this is what you should expect.
Yeah, at least the Australians are good at SPG.
Yeah, well, indeed. They're not good at taking over our DIY stores.
Hmm.
So yeah, the Hamworth Homebase is back where it belongs to Homebase now.
There you go.
Still looks like a Bunnings inside, but with Homebase logos now. Very interesting. Some would say.
Fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they've tuned in for. Should we go into the Tito's?
I think we should move desperately
on. Last time it was with Jake Tyso.
Oh,
He said, "Thanks very much, guys. Unfortunately, haven't been able to make many GBHL events this year, which is really gutting. Hope to make more next year."
you and me both, mate.
I'm going to pass the Tito's on to the young Thomas Maynard.
Thomas Miles, I live and breathe. There you go, Tom.
There we go.
How young is he?
Dunno.
Is he old enough to drink tea? Please enjoy your tea responsibly. If you have to drink it with an adult nearby, that's absolutely fine.
Won the Arena of Champions, right, with
Aristor,
Aristor?
yeah, and came second the next year.
Yeah.
He's old enough to drink tea. He's not that young. But relative, isn't it?
Aristor, yeah, he's probably a few thousand years old. Can drink tea.
Elf humour.
Yeah.
Registry.
They've all turned off and disliked.
Hobbit stuff, rubbish. All more home-based Bunnings content, please.
Okay.
It could have been the fastest we've ever derailed the Palantir, I reckon. That was quite a good effort.
Yeah,
We hadn't got far.
No, we hadn't.
We're having a long chat about something not related.
So, some comments. Stanley's91. Did Damian actually go and buy a Freddo after I gifted him the chance to buy one on his birthday via Facebook?
Funny you ask.
Is it? Have you got a really melted...
It's a Freddo. Hello. So thank you very much. Who was it from?
Stanley's91.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll be.
Just going to eat that.
Yeah.
Right.
My birthday.
God. Dan Brownson, can't wait to paint the new Jizzy Andalf miniature. Laughed hard at that one.
It wasn't Jizzy, was it? It was Jay Izzy.
Jay
Izzy.
Dar Chancel, enjoyed the video, but I finished watching and there's no dislike yet, so here's the obligatory thumbs down.
Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't like it when we know who it is, though. I don't feel like I'm waving to the desperate neckbeard sitting somewhere crying about our show.
He talks about Bunnings dislike.
That's a good news story. Homebase taking back over.
Andrew Cox, he said, "Thanks for your kind words, hugely appreciated. I'm now going to sign myself Andrew literally Cox forever."
Do it.
Just went looking for a baby grows, and honestly I think you've missed a trick. Check this out, and there's a link.
What was the link go?
Somewhere. I was doing it on the train with no Wi-Fi.
Right, well you keep going.
Once again missed the opportunity to give you your dislike, so gave it a boring like instead.
It's alright, I think we've got it now.
Cool. And then Larry Miller, controversially writing this comment before I finished watching the episode.
It's controversial.
Yeah.
What will people say?
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to join the lone disliker.
Sorry.
We don't want any adverts. We've already done it for Homebase. They're who we're advertising on the show. I was going to join the lone disliker, but as you may recall, I have to like a video. I do recall. I have to like a video if it makes me laugh, and this video almost killed me with the big Jizzy Gandalf. Definitely a rapper name.
Yeah.
As I'm writing this, it got me again with Damian's look, as Tom said, Gondor, Rangers, and the Army of the Dead couldn't do a three-way. Great.
I don't think you knew what you said. There were no comments on this from Predato Capoli, whatever his name is.
You sure?
Well,
Are we on episode?
Oh, no, it's there now.
Alright, good.
It is.
You learn how to use the computer.
Coming from. It says Baby Grow is not all those who wander are lost on it. That is cute. I should get that. Is that still
Only $3.99.
size 24 months? Oh, I could get that. Bonza. Cheeky pink one, yeah. Done. Cheers, Andrew. Like that in Emma's stocking, pretend it's for her. Extra present.
Cool.
It's
Anyway,
tricky when you have kids and you buy stuff for the kids and then kind of give it to your spouse and go, oh, look, and they go, oh, yeah, but where's my present? You know, this is lovely, but that's not for me, is it? Let's not muddy those waters. Tricky stuff.
News. What news do we have, Damian?
No? I've got Freddo. The League! The League!
The League.
That's your domain.
Not really anymore. But the Great British Hobbit League is finished for the year. Well done to everyone involved. There was a huge number of people who got involved in events. I think it was pushing 400. 400 different people this year, so well done. And we're now up to about 750 people or something who compete in the league.
Do you know where you finished?
About 80th.
I'm going 40th. I went to 3 tournaments.
I went to 2.
I just jumped up and because of Trials Goals.
Spoilers.
There's somebody leaped about. I think I was about 80th or 90th or something. I just jumped a whole load of places. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Something going to 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
Life, eh? But yes, we have winners. Real shock at the top 2.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. In first place, it was Jay Clare. Second place, Ed Ball.
Who knew?
Who knew? Who would have thought it? But yeah,
Well, they both achieved 400 points.
Did Jay win 6?
Yeah, I think
that's right.
That's
That's incredible. But yeah, well done to the guys. Jay pips it this year. Winning it back? Did Ed win it last year?
No, Jay won it last
They
year.
won last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair. And, but, third place, I think a new league podiumer.
Yeah.
World champion.
Wanderer
in the world. Respect, mate. Not all those who wander are lost.
Great result.
Wander on the podium. Great to see. Well done, mate. And also the first time ever, I think, that the top 3 were decided before the final tournament. And you going into it, so there's no pressure. It must have been quite a chilled out, relaxed tournament, I think.
And then winner of best newcomer was Calman. Well done, mate. Stormed some tournament victories.
He won the tournament.
Yeah.
So
didn't even need to.
Cal, who's a lovely bloke, who spent a lot of time with at the weekend, was 0.6 ahead, I think, of CJ Miller as best newcomer. So they both went to this tournament to try and clinch best newcomer.
Yeah.
Cal just went, I'm just going to win it.
Yeah.
Win the thing.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Can you do Ian McKellen being the Goblin King, being Cal? Please?
It's a bit challenging.
I believe me. Oh, go on.
No.
Go on, please. I like it.
No.
Rubbish.
Later. Just for you.
No. So yeah, well done to all the guys for
Yeah.
For that. It's awesome.
And great work getting the prizes.
For getting the prizes.
There's a sketch in there.
Yeah, that's next week.
You can use it on your channel.
It's going to be like James Long, isn't it? Get a few weeks out of Gethin.
Yeah.
Good girl. Get in there. Good. Sorted.
Cool. Any more news?
I think the
stuff
exciting news we could talk about during Throne of Skulls, right?
Yeah.
The, releases and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Trivia
section.
What did you ask last week, Damian?
I asked. There's the famous line or little poem about that says the way it's shut was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. And I think it's Legolas, isn't it, that says it in the film. And I said in the book, who says it? And I think I might have offered a bonus, Fredo, if you knew who they said it to. So who said it and who they say it to. And there we go. That was my question.
Yeah.
Do you have some answers or?
We had lots of guesses, but the answer is
I thought you were doing guesses.
no.
My mouth is full of tea. The answer, I thought I'd read you a passage from the book.
Oh, did you?
That would be nice.
The content filler.
This is Theoden chatting in the Muster of Rohan chapter.
Mm-hmm.
It It is said that when the Erlingers came out of the north and passed at length up the Snowbourn, seeking strong places of refuge in time of need, Brago and his son Baldur climbed the stair of the hold and so came before the door. On the threshold sat an old man, aged beyond guess of years. Tall and kingly he had been, but now he was withered as an old stone. Not unlike yourself. Indeed, for stone they took him, for he moved not, and he said no word, until they sought to pass him by and enter, and then a voice came out of him, as it were out of the ground, and to their amaze it spoke in the western tongue, the way is shut. Then they halted and looked at him, and saw that he lived still, but he did not look at them. The way is shut, his voice said again, it was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it, until the time comes, the way is shut.
Very good.
Yeah. So the correct answer is an old man to Baldur or Brago. I would accept.
Well, no one got Baldur or Brago, but King Burnseye got Crazy Man.
Crazy Man.
Crazy Man.
We'll allow it. I think we'll allow Crazy Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, King Burnseye.
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the right to buy yourself a Freddo.
Just one though, because you can get the bonus one.
Correct. We also had from Sergio LSR. The quote was said by an old man to Brago and his son Baldur when they were going to pass him and enter into the Paths of the Dead. This was told by
That's
Theoden.
spot on, isn't it?
This was told by Theoden when Merry asked for the Paths of the Dead on page 84 of The Return of the King.
On page 84?
On page 84.
Now. I think, sir, you've looked that up. I know a fair bit about Lord of the Rings, and I'm sure a lot of people know more than me, but I don't think you knew that page. We may not have clarified last time. You're not allowed to look it up. I mean, that's fairly obvious. So I'm going to leave this one to you. If you knew that, you lunatic, then you may buy yourself a Freddo. But if you did look that up, I'm afraid you can't buy yourself a Freddo. It has to be from memory. That's the point. All these questions could be looked up, except for the ones that Tom asked, because they're normally, what colour was my mum thinking of when I was born, something like that. But you can't look it up. Should have quit just before page 84, I reckon. Even then, it was stretching.
So then my question was, who are the two good models on the Games Workshop website who are worth £7.70?
I think I know this.
Do
I
you?
genuinely think I know this.
Do you?
Yeah. I guess, or do you want to do
guess.
answers?
You can guess.
I think one of them's the King of the Dead.
Yeah. Topical.
Yeah. And one of them, the Mumuk Mahud, or Beastmaster, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, you've fallen into the same trap that others did.
Isn't it alright?
No, because I said good profile.
Oh, you're such a jerk.
You're right, but you're wrong. It's not the question.
You said good, but it's not the question. You're right, but unfortunately you're right. Hey, what, so there's not a good one?
Yes.
770? Yeah, Metal Celeborn? Oh, I'm glad you're now.
Yeah, people. That was a standard guess.
Haldir?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's about Haldir.
Choppy Haldir?
Choppy Haldir. I don't know what determines whether they're £7.20 or £7.70, but
There you go.
there you go.
A good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't talking about the quality, I mean, it was about good models.
Quite a few people got Haldir, but the only people to get Haldir and King of the Dead were Cam73X, or Cam73 times, however you pronounce that, and Mr. Darcy.
Couldn't it be to Cam 76 multiplication system? So Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy.
Darcy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like to get Star Wars and Bridget Jones's Diary together at last. Or Pride and Prejudice, I don't want to judge, it could be either. Yeah. Do you think he's a fan of Star Wars and Pride and Prejudice, or Star Wars and Bridget Jones?
Oh, he just happened upon, that's his name.
No, come on now, come on now, don't be silly. I know we like to have a lark on the sofa, but let's try and keep it some sort of serious.
Okay. Anyway, yes, well done to you too. You also have the chance to buy yourself a Freddo.
Well done.
Great. Good question for this week. Monsieur Damian.
Yes, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
My question is, we've just recently, where are we? Just over a week ago, this came out.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous book, The Armies of the Hobbit. It's just got me really excited about new stuff. Really excited.
Right.
One of the
what are you most excited about?
Either Army of Thrall, digging out my Army of Thrall.
They are cool now with the Grim Hammers.
Yeah, no, right. Or my Halls of Angel.
That is
There
awesome.
were,
Cool.
because I had for the GT. If we're assuming the GT's at the end of February, which it could be, it hasn't been announced yet. I was thinking Army of the Dead, and then trying to paint up a Random Force.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm all over the place. So I'm like, I kind of want it to be a bit thematic. So maybe I'll take Army of Thrall, but then if I do that, it's probably going to be Azog's Legion.
Yeah.
I think Halls of Thranduils, maybe Dark Powers of Dol Guldur. I love that you can take Thrain in the Dark Powers of Dol Guldur list.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. So yeah, but I'm leaning towards Army of Thrall. I've got another 12 Grimhammers in there that I could paint up. That was going to convert into Warriors of Variable, but not anymore. So yeah, maybe them, Thrall and Young Thorin, and then maybe a Dale contingent. I think that'd be awesome. You?
Yeah, you've not asked your question yet though. This has been a massive side.
No, you asked me. You said, what are you most excited about?
As long as we don't forget.
What are you most excited about? And then when you answer, I'll have a go at you. Come on.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, that one. Army's interesting.
Yeah. It did make me want to paint the Grimhammers and do the Grimhammers.
Cool. The Grimhammers?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up! You do what we're meant to be doing. See? It hurts, doesn't it?
Anyway, yes, your question for this week, David.
In there.
Is it how long can you go off topic in the trivia section before being yelled at?
2 lists in there for Thorin's Company, of course. Thorin's Company and Charity's Variable. My question is, how many Heroes of Valor are there in Thorin's Company?
Across.
No, in one set.
Okay.
Because it's the same.
Yeah.
The answer's the same in both. So, just in one set.
Yeah. So you don't need to double count it.
Yeah. You reckon you could have a pop out?
Yeah, I'll have a pop, but I don't know if I'd be right.
No, that's the classic trivia dilemma, isn't it? So there you go. Thomas, you got a question?
I do. My question is, what's the name of Barad-dûr in Black Speech?
Oh. So?
There you go. Trivia section.
Mine's more fun. I think people are having to think about mine. With yours, it's going to have no idea. Ask about his mum's colour again. That was easier. Well done, trivia section. Boom.
Cool. Yeah, and then we're on to our topic for the week, which is what, Damian?
Don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Tea.
Tea.
Bunnings.
Bunnings.
Home base.
Hour and a half of Bunnings. We went to a tournament
Mm-hmm.
together. We never do this.
Do we not?
So we Ardacon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were at the GT? Were you at the GT this year? So this year we've been to Ardacon. There's been
Yeah.
the tournament we went to together.
Yeah.
We used to go to loads of tournaments together. And whenever we went to tournaments, we'd come home and we'd do a little tournament review, chat for our games stuff. We just don't do it anymore because we don't get it. And we did it.
Yeah.
We went to.
Throwing of Skulls. What a great event.
Great event. You enjoy it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was really good.
It was the best weekend in ages.
Also, so we thought it'd be fun to go through our games like we used to do on GBHL in Days of Yore. Tell you a bit about the event and so on and so forth. And yeah. So,
Yeah, very quickly we drove up on the Friday, early-ish.
with Devon Rano and Zadie.
Mm-hmm. Which was really cool. We listened to the Henry VIII musical 6, didn't we, on the way up?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Damien was giving a good... Damien's, he's not great at some things, but for this, he was quite inspiring about this musical, chatting through it on the way up. It was quite interesting. He was a good little audio tape,
Thanks.
talking through the musical.
Wow, thank you for making sure you knocked me down at the start.
I needed that.
Yeah, just because otherwise...
But it was quite an enjoy. It passed the time very nicely.
My knowledge of the Tudors.
The good music and your little inputs.
I'm glad to hear it. There you go.
Quite enjoyed the journey.
If you do get a chance to go see 6 musical, guys, it's amazing.
Yeah. So we had a pleasant journey up.
Lovely.
Then we arrived and Damian played a big game with Nick Baton and Dan Entwistle.
You can
Spoilers.
see some photos of it on the blog.
Yeah.
On Nick's last blog. It was awesome.
Yeah.
6 Mullocks against 2,000 points of Army and Dead and Rise of Rohan.
So go read the blog. Then we went to Beefeaton.
What were you doing? You were working? You were working, weren't you?
A little bit, but I also played a game
I did.
against George, his Sauron, which I didn't know at the time, but it was only the first time he'd used it. And I killed Sauron on turn 2.
Was he new to the game? So you just find a noob and beat him up?
Just Aragorn and King of the Dead. I was like, I wonder if this works out. And now he's dead.
How did you kill... he's got 3 might and the ring.
Yeah, so we both used a might to strike, and then he had to use, and I think he used might. It was his only hero, so I think he used might for something else, like a heroic move off, and then killed him with the King of the Dead. After I'd won.
That takes all his wounds.
Takes all his wounds, so he's dead.
Yeah.
But then he rolls the ring roll and got a 1, so he used his might. And then Aragorn Vangel smacks him a few times, and then he rolls another 1 in some of the saves. Bye bye.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. It's
Turn 2.
Turn 2.
That's got to be up there with a record, isn't it?
Yeah.
Killing Sauron turn 2.
I killed the Undying on turn 1 in that against Jacob in the
Compel.
Compel.
Oh, sweet juicy compel.
But yes, I'm sorry.
Did he turn up to the tournament, or did he go home after that?
I'm sorry for killing you, Sauron. I didn't expect it to go so well. I thought Sauron would win the fight and just kill Aragorn in the turn.
Oh, what's his name? George?
Yeah.
Oh, George, hey, Tom Harrison, do you fancy a fun game? We'll be friendly. And I'm like, what have you learned? What have you learned?
Yes, that was good fun.
For you? Did you call it there, or did you just murk his orcs? Or
Just kill a few.
keep playing if you want, or just go to the pub and think about what you've learned. Next.
Bought a few things from the shop.
What'd you get?
What did I get? No.
Wasn't meant to be a think piece.
I got some paints.
Good
some
paint, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got the Dryad bark. It's a nice
Good colour.
Yeah.
Good colour, yeah, nice brown.
I
That.
did my Army of the Dead rims in them.
Or did you just run out then? Or... You didn't paint them that night, did you?
No.
You'd run out of
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so that was the first day.
Yeah, it's Beefeater, I believe.
Yeah. And then
Classic big night Beefeater. Stocked up on points.
tournament day on the Saturday. Woke up, had to paint his face.
He did, yeah. Because I had made the strong tactical decision to go in fancy dress, so Tom stepped up and
Whatever you need to do well.
yeah, went as I thought I looked like the King of the Dead, but some people suggested grot bags.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember grot bags?
No.
I like how you said grot bags. Do you remember that? No. Grot bags was a CBBC character. She was a witch, a green face painted witch. She came out of some other series, I think, as memory said. Or a lot of people said Old Greg from the Mighty Boosh. Oh, Greg! Did you watch the Mighty Boosh?
No.
Same again, always the same.
Always the same.
Did you watch it? It's very funny. Drinks baby out of a shoe. I'm Old Greg. You must love me like I do. That sort of thing. I thought I looked like King of the Dead. Painted me, got into outfit, lost all my dignity for the weekend. Well, I did notice it was quite cool because you could go up to people you knew and say hi, and they just thought you were a random sort of psycho. And they didn't have they clearly didn't have a clue who you were for a while.
Really?
You go, you're alright, and they go, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, got there. So I thought, game 1, I was lucky enough to be on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
With Mr. Daniel Entwistle.
So go watch it.
Yeah, indeed, it's on there now. Go and watch it. And the awesome, so Adam Troke and Nick Baton were doing awesome commentary throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Ably assisted by Ben and Raf. And it was absolutely awesome. Really, really recommend going. I don't mean us, like, skip our game, but afterwards, like, the stuff they did there, the setup is amazing, well worth a watch. So, yeah, we got to be...
But Dan was pretty good.
Yep. We got to be the first game on there. So Dan had his Mummock War Leader and a normal Mummock, and I had... We should do armies, I suppose. I had Aragorn with Anduril, and then I think 5 Riders of the Dead, 36 Warriors of the Dead, about 10 with Spear, and a Banner. So I think I had 42 models, something like that. I think 43 maybe. But yeah, basically loads of Army Dead and Aragorn. And we got to play on this awesome board they'd set up. They had a Corsair ship. So we abandoned all the normal rules for deployment, and I just put all my models on the Corsair ship, and it looked incredibly cool for a photograph. And then we spent a very long time taking them off the Corsair ship. I basically realised that we could have saved ourselves about 4 turns of movement, but it looked cool. So that was quite fun. By this point, the wig had become more annoying than you could possibly imagine, and I only had about 8 hours to go.
Did you take it off?
No. No. Okay. I took the gloves off for the game.
Yeah.
For dexterity purposes, but the wig I was committed to. Yeah, it charged in, and we knew that it could be over in 10 minutes if the King of the Dead got Blady. But the War Leader, you played against the
He's
War
a
Leader,
beast.
he's absolute filth. Because if you call a right move on a 4+, he ignores it.
Yeah.
That's all well against most armies. It wouldn't be too much because you have several might batteries. I've got one.
Yeah.
I've got Aragorn. He cancels that.
You're in trouble. Yeah.
So there was one turn where
King
he cancelled
one.
Well, exactly. He cancelled Aragorn's heroic, so I had to do one with the King of the Dead, his only might. And then I wanted to tag both mimics to stop the trample. So for that first turn, the King of the Dead basically had to stand in the middle, so I could reach both, which then meant I couldn't stab him.
Yeah.
And then as a result of that, he got a couple of tramples off. One bounced off a Rider of the Dead, which was quite funny. But he got like killed like 6 or killed 7 or something. And then got into one of the mimics a few turns later. Double 1 for the King of the Dead.
Brilliant.
He needs 3s because of Harbinger of Evil. 3s, 2 attacks, double 1. Don't need it.
Brilliant.
More dead spirits. Eventually got onto that one and did stab him. Everything killed with falling damage. He'd trampled into the King of the Dead and reduced him to 1 wound, no fate.
Oh.
That was terrifying. And then he lined up this other trample, more cancelled heroic, absolute disaster. He lined up this trample to reach Aragorn. Was that before or after? Oh no, that was after. I'd do the other thing first. I'd lined up a beautiful little. The only thing that survived the first mimic was the Beast Master bloke, and so I got the King of the Dead and Aragorn onto him. Charged the other mimic, all ready for heroic combat. Missed that end whistle, shoots from the Haldar, kills his own bloke. Leaves Aragorn and the King of the Dead standing again. Oh, when he moves next turn. Oh, that's dreadful. I think they won, or maybe I beat them or whatever, and just a wound or two. He then obviously gets to move first, stupid rule. And I was like, he's alright. There are 12 Army of the Dead between the mimic and my 2 heroes. They're all dead. Gone. All of them dead. Take it off, dead, take it off. And it got down to when there was 3 left, I remember the absolute certainty of realising he was hitting Aragorn.
But mimics, they need there's 4s.
It's 4s, but he had the tuss weapons.
So
he's
4
got 4
dice.
dice. Yeah. But it was like when there was 12, I was like, he'll never make it. And when there was 3 left, I was like, he's going to make it. He's absolutely going to make it. He hits Aragorn first, and I put Aragorn in front for this. I was like, that's fine. Aragorn will stop him. 4 dice, all wound. That's alright, I've got 3 fate. 3 dice, 1, 2, 3. Just about. You can pass it with 3 might.
Yeah.
You can take the 1 to the 2 and 2 to the 1 to the 3 and 2 to the 2.
It's good job he had all of his storm.
Yeah, I know, right? So he was going to use that for killing mimics. So he survived on 1 wound, no fate, like the King of the Dead, and is then able to charge in. And thankfully, that turn, King of the Dead on the mimic, drops everyone from it. The only one that survives is his war leader, who uses fate, doesn't get wounded. Aragorn's wounded. And I'm working on old money, and I was like, I've lost.
Because what was the
Because it's to the death. He's wounded Aragorn, we're both broken. I've lost. But of course,
you have a banner.
New to, he killed that. Yeah, new to the death, you get 25%. And we literally, you can see on the stream, we shake hands and then look up who's won. We didn't know who had won, because we were like, is it worth more or less, or the same than the leader?
Yeah.
And luckily for me, 25% is worth 2 VPs, so I ended up winning 5-4. It was brilliant. It was so much fun, and the guys were saying on the stream that they kind of we'd almost said we'll play another game if we get through it, but it lasted about an hour, and it was really, really tense. We did play another game. We played Whole Ground. Someone on the stream picked it. This turn, I deployed him. The 2 minutes came on. Aragorn, King of the Dead, did heroic combat, both dead. Turn.
Oh my word!
And it was like, that's what was better happen. But I'm really glad for the purposes of the stream that it was a decent game. It was really, really, really good. So thank you, Dan.
Very good. I had a very similar army.
Didn't you?
Which was Aragorn, 4 Riders of the Dead, 22 Army of the Dead, on foot, with a selection of spears and shields, and then Halbrand.
All shields?
Yeah, pretty much. A few with like
Defensive
4 or 5
is
without.
mega.
Yeah. And then Halbrand with the Banner of Arwen Evenstar and 6 Dunedain.
So you got Halbrand and 6,
Yeah.
while I got about maybe 15 guys.
Yeah.
How many mods did you have?
26, 27, 28, 34.
Yeah, so I had about maybe 10 more guys than you.
But I got...
You got all the might.
Yeah, because I have Aragorn, but then Halbrand and 6 Dunedain's another 9 compared to you. And I have the 6-inch banner, whereas you have a smaller one. But you have the more terrifying things, which were very good, as it turns out over the course of the weekend. So, my first game was against Paul Merritt, and
Paul Merritt? Oh, cool.
Which was a really good first round matchup. He had He had a cool Isengard army with a ballista. Who else did he have? He had maybe 4 berserkers, but it was mainly just standard Uruks with pikes. Saruman, Captain, Vrasku.
Cool.
And Lurtz. Did he have Lurtz? No, maybe he didn't have Lurtz. Didn't have Lurtz. I think it was just Saruman, Captain, and yeah. But I was terrified going into it because I'd not really played Siege Engines in the new rules, and they've got the might point on, and it's definitely.
You're an Aragorn hunter.
No, he did, but he didn't manage to hit anything. I think he was aiming for King of the Dead, mainly, but ended up in the end just killing a few dead and riders. So yeah, it was scary, but he never got a 6 to hit or a 5 to bump it with might. So his shooting wasn't great. So fortunately, I was able to get to him, and then we had a big scrap. And the Army of the Dead are very efficient at playing Urukai because you pay all this point for their armour and their strength, and then against the Army of the Dead you need 6s to wound, and I wound them on 4s.
Did you say it was mainly fighting Uruks?
Yeah.
But you did have the Berserkers, which are the
which they go
the
up.
absolute nightmare for Army of the Dead.
Yeah, because they've got 2 attacks and they go up to defence 7, but Aragorn just dispatched of them. I sent in the Dunedain. I sent Aragorn and the Dunedain after the Berserkers rather than Army of the Dead. He had Vrasku and all his crossbows, and I rode one of my riders up to them. He got shot off his horse, but then carried on and just continued to kind of munch his way through one at a time, because he'd got there quickly, and Paul didn't want to charge them because he knew they'd fail their courage test, so he just left his guys shooting. So I'd just take on one at a time, and he'd just slowly munch through the crossbowmen, which was quite entertaining.
And just don't die.
Yeah, it was to the death. He had 2 banners, which was worrying, but Aragorn did a couple of...
You got Halberd though, right?
Yeah, but Aragorn did a few heroic combats. He had a shaman, so at first he was charging me.
Right.
But Aragorn did a few heroic combats around the back to get into the banners and shaman, and once they'd gone down, then it swung massively in my favour.
Harbinger of Evil takes down the coast too.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a really nice game. Paul's really chilled out to play, so that was really fun. And yeah, the ballista is more scary than it was accurate.
I think it's the threat of them, Siege Engines. And not to say they're not amazing, but it's more that the knowing that what it can do makes you play differently.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot of board control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, it was a cool game. We both called heroic accuracies in the same game, which we were, we thought was
called heroic. Oh, just because it's
free.
Yeah.
But he called it to shoot through at Aragorn, and then he did a lot of shooting into combat to try and hit my guys as well. So yeah, it was good fun.
Cool.
But I won. Yeah, I won by having a banner, doing the 25%, and killing leader, which was Saruman. Oh yeah, how did I kill Saruman? So yeah, Saruman was because he still got some of the spells.
Saruman.
Yeah.
He's got a few.
Yeah, but he can't blast all my army down. That's the thing. Saruman was trying to deal with Aragorn and the King of the Dead. King of the Dead has 6 will though, so I just chuck 6 will to kind of defend.
6 will.
to defend against Saruman.
Charge the mimic. I'll probably get in.
Yeah, Aragorn got on Saruman in the end, but then Saruman kind of ran away, and then eventually a few Army of the Dead caught up with him and got him in the end.
Which Aragorn mod do you go for? Heroes of the West.
Yeah.
Cool. Fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So good 10. Did you break them?
Like
10.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Then lunch.
Yeah, lunch.
Tasty lunch. And then my second game, I was drawn. It was whole ground, which I was a bit worried about because I had relatively low numbers.
Yep.
And my opponent did nothing to easy spheres when he turned up, and it was a guy called Steve, and he had 155 goblins, Thomas.
That's grim.
155 goblins with the Goblin King.
I can't imagine sitting there and painting 155.
Yeah, lovely little display board as well. With goblins.
It looked really cool until you realise you've got to play it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think he had Grinner and 8 captains or something like that.
Oh man.
Absolutely grim.
Goblin King.
Yeah.
King Goblin.
So I thought there's only one possible. Initially I looked at it, I can't win that, but then I thought there's one way I can win it. So I got Aragorn, heroic marched to the middle, and then basically set up a ring, and I made a ring
with terrifying stuff.
Yeah, and I couldn't, like 6 inches, and I couldn't close it. I didn't have enough models to close it, but I used scenery to kind of funnel him down a few bits, and got a bit choppy. And then basically, if he won priority, I put the King of the Dead right in the middle. So he's then, if you imagine 6 inches to my model, he's trying to charge me 6 inches or 5 inches out from that. So Harbinger basically gets every model in his army.
Yeah.
And if he won priority, he'd did the right thing and move to an inch, but then that still wouldn't really help. And if he tried to charge, a couple of them would get in, and then I'd be able to counter charge and gank them. And if I won priority, I'd charge the ones who were isolated. Yeah. And then he would rarely be able to counter charge.
So he's courage 1 against.
Yeah, he becomes courage 1, and then even when he does get in, he's wounding me on 4s or 6x6s or 6x4s or something. Depends on your goblins.
Yeah, depends if you can piercing strike.
And I'm wounding him on 3s. My normal warriors are dead, I'm wounding him on 3s, just scything them down. Aragorn was an absolute tank. Almost every turn he would charge 2 goblins, 3 heroic combat, charge 2 more and kill them. I wish I kept a kill count for him because he just chopped through him. And kind of remarkably it worked. The King of the Dead was beautiful. No, sorry, not the King of the Dead, the Goblin King, because he just kept failing courage just to charge. So he only fought in about maybe 3 combats for the whole game. I felt so sorry for him. He just wouldn't charge with him. Even with the will points, I think he's got 2 will. He just kept rolling like 1s and 2s.
He's courage 2.
Yeah.
With the
Harbinger. Yeah. And so somehow, against what I thought were genuinely all the odds, I held out and held the centre. So I got 7 for the centre. I broke him as well. I broke him in the penultimate turn. I had to kill 77 goblins to break him.
It's a good job it's a 2.5 hour time limit.
Yeah, that was really good actually. That's where I was. The time limit was
relaxed.
Really, really relaxed, and you could have a real nice sort of chat with your opponent. And because it was Throne of Skulls, people tended to have smaller armies. I think. Apart from this guy. Well, what was wonderful about it, there wasn't the slightest part of him. I never felt like. I think again because of the time that there wasn't any part where he was like slow playing or you were worried you weren't going to finish the game because of it. And I broke him in the penultimate turn, and so he then must have had 77 left, and I think 40 ran, or 30 ran or something. Yeah. And then the game ended that turn after 1 turn of break test, and he had more models left on the board than I started with. I really remember I'd won and beaten him, but he had about 45 models left or something. But what was lovely, genuinely lovely, was as tough as it was, in the new edition, it wasn't. Because they couldn't have a shaman, it didn't feel unfair. Yeah. It actually felt kind of thematic. I imagine it'd be really grim against a different matchup, and I'm not saying it'd always be fun to play, but it didn't. Goblin Town with a shaman and fell beasts, was always awful. This didn't quite feel like that. It was like that's actually kind of cool. It's the Goblin King, and he didn't have the scribe, so he wasn't bringing more on at least.
The scribe and that would be horrific.
But I managed to win whole ground against 155 goblins, which I was pretty chuffed with.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Doings.
Sweet.
He was a lovely guy as well. Really enjoyed playing.
Yeah, no, it is a good achievement winning that one.
Thank you very much.
My second game, whole ground, was against Joe Groker, and he had Lake Town. I was like, whole ground against Lake Town, but he wasn't.
Survivors.
Yes. But he wasn't too spammy because he had every single hero, including Bilbo.
Oh, cool.
So he had Gandalf, Bard, Bilbo, Hilda, Percy.
Kids.
Not
Braga though, Braga's in
No, not Braga. But pretty much all of the heroes. And then I was kind of thinking, he has the numbers advantage, but he won priority and had to deploy first. So I was able to kind of jump on half of his army, not necessarily half, maybe a third of his army, and kind of chop that up. Oh, Bane, yeah. I jumped on Bane's warband and Gandalf's. Gandalf ran away and was fine, but I jumped on Bane and Gandalf's warband, so I kind of got 3 kills there for very little reply, and then got to the middle. And I got to the middle first because it's a 6-5-4 board. Most of his army started on the long edge, so it was a long way from the middle. and had to kind of negotiate around the wood. So by the time he got there, even though I'd killed some of his army, I was then in the middle first and could do my defensive, defensive bring.
The old thin green line. Works well, doesn't it?
And then Lake Town Militia, usually great. Against the Army of the Dead are rubbish.
Well, they're courage 3, aren't they? They're fight 2, courage 3.
So it is 4s to kill them, but they need 6x4s to kill. And even Bard charging in needs 6s to kill. And his free heroic combat was just neutered because he couldn't kill it. As long as I charge 3 into him, he's never going to get trip 6. Yeah. So I just... It was incredible that Army of the Dead... It doesn't matter if I lose fights because I never died. Yeah. And then they just chop through. But as soon as I win a fight, even one-on-ones, half the time they're dying.
If you're playing with them, shield on every single one of defense 8 is just...
Yeah. And then Aragorn was doing his bit. Aragorn eventually got into Bard and was able to chop him up.
Get a spot from Roy Byrne.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to join in? Talking about throwing skulls.
Champion.
Spoilers? Huge spoilers. You alright?
My toothbrush is on.
Oh, your toothbrush, indeed, yeah. Sounded just passing the toothbrush through the Palantir sofa. People are sitting there going, why the hell is that toothbrush? Great news. That is great news. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, well, that's probably for the best. That is huge news. I'm happy. I'll tell you later.
Good.
Yeah.
Where was I? Yeah, eventually was able to get on to Bard and get him, but there was one point where I hadn't really twigged that Bilbo was the biggest threat in his army, rather than...
Not halving the fight, really.
Yeah, because if he gets him onto Aragorn and Bard...
High courage is alright.
And 3 might, and has heroic strike.
Are you grim, eh?
Yeah. So at one point...
You should have the Arkenstein.
At one point I called a heroic combat with Aragorn, killed something, and then was going to go into Hilda to get rid of Hilda. And then I was about to move him, and then I kind of looked at Joe and was like, wait, hang on a minute, what does Bilbo do? And then Bilbo was in the heroic move of just absolutely destroying, because I was going to plunge Aragorn into the middle of his army in the way that I would normally, because I back him to just survive. Yeah. If he did that against Bilbo, he's going to get destroyed. So I did a heroic little retreating combat where he decided against it. Didn't go anywhere near Bilbo.
Yeah. Master Bird was awesome.
But yeah, Joe was great in it because in the end he killed 6 models, which is hardly any. But he played in a way that made it feel like it was closer than it. I guess he's got more models so can kind of get towards the middle, but he really just couldn't kill. His dice just, every time he just couldn't get a 6x4. And you get quite a few 6s and then it'd be like, no, not a 4.
You gotta get the 4.
So it just makes a huge difference when you've got that defense 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played really, it was a really fun game. I mean, I would say that when I won, but it's quite impressive to play a game in that good spirits when your army's like really is struggling against the other one. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Joe.
Cool. Third game of the day was Fog of War, which is possibly my favourite scenario now.
It is cool.
And I played Adam Dye, who I've played at the GT, and he beat me. So I'd only played him once before at Warhammer World, so that was cool to get a rematch against him. And he had a fiefdoms army that looks beautiful. Cool. Oh my god, they're good. Yeah. They're so good.
With the rules.
Yeah,
every rule.
With the rules. Good all the rules. Yeah, so because it's pure fiefdoms, every model that can benefit from a special rule benefits from all the special rules. Which essentially means he had the lot, his heroes were Imrahil, Angbor, Forlong and Dwinhir. So he had a 3 attack pike block that was fight 5 in range of a banner, fearless and rerolling 1s.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And it was Fog of War, so I picked the closest, because he deployed, and he had archers, so I thought he might stand off. And so I picked the ruins closest to him. I chose to kill Angbor, because I thought he would be the easiest one to take down. And I had to protect the King of the Dead. I mean, I had to. Yeah. And I also knew that he had to be killing the King of the Dead. Because it's any hero that it can't be your leader. So then I surged forward and took that ruin, because he was standing off, and I knew if he took the ruin, I'd lose the game essentially, you know, because he would have had to get through my whole army. I wouldn't have anything left. And then just set up, and I couldn't win fights for ages because 3 attacks, 4 attacks, fight 5, but I wasn't dying.
Yeah.
And then every now and again I'd win one, and I would kill. Yeah. And I would kill because I needed 4s or whatever to wound him again because of Harbinger. And I knew I had my ruin. He had loads more models than me, so I was going for all the scene. I was like, right, you can have that. There's no way I'm going to be able to stop him. And then I thought, as long as I keep the King of the Dead alive, that gets me my 3 and denies him his 3.
Yeah.
Which then means the only thing I have to do is kill Angbor. So the game is going to hinge if I can get Angbor, which means fighting through all this stuff. And as it's going on, I'm gradually kind of chopping through a few. We didn't break. I also got into his Rangers, which were wonderful because they become Courage 1.
Oh.
So they were like, they couldn't charge me and I needed 3s to kill them. So I had a little bit of a tiny hold-uppy flanky force. So I actually ended up turning that flank. And I was gradually getting a few around the back where all his heroes were. And Imrahil did a great fluff. I had these heroic Riders of the Dead that one was able to tag Imrahil to stop him charging. And then one Rider of the Dead got on Angbor as he was trying to escape. I can't actually remember whether he was trying to protect Angbor. I would have thought he was trying to protect Dunhir, to be honest. But, and he got onto Angbor and knocked him down and knocked him prone, which then allowed Aragorn to heroic combat into him.
And he's prone.
When he was prone. I think this was over the course of a couple of turns, and it was the last turn of the game because we went to time on that one, and the last combat was against
that Angbor.
Yeah, and he had a might point, so he heroic struck.
Nice.
And Aragorn was out, and he didn't get the 6.
Oh, 2 attacks.
2 attacks. I then won the fight, and 6 attacks from Andril, no 4s, and I was like, no, please. I was like, that is the game. That is the game right there. No 4s. Rider of the Dead.
Oh, he's a cheeky Rider of the Dead.
Double 6. Takes his fate. 1 wound. And you get a VP for wounding the hero. I won it, I think 7-6 with the last roll of the game. Wounded him. So we both took our scenery. I kept the King of the Dead alive. That's 6 to me. He must have kept Dunhir alive, I suppose. And then I wounded Angbor, so I won it by 1. So good. It was a beautiful army. They're really, really good, the Fiefdoms. And Adam was just an absolute gent. And it was one of those lovely things where I won it on the last roll and he looked happy. You know, it's like, that's awesome. That was really, really cool. Really, really good fun. And I loved it. And so, certainly to me, unexpectedly, I finished day 1 on 3 wins.
There's also a great article on whether Angbor should heroic strike or not. In SBG issue 7.
But he should have done in that case, surely.
Read the article.
I can't remember what he decided. He would have done, wouldn't he? He's better off having the strike and getting the 6 than he is hoping for 4 chokes.
Gotta read the article.
I'll read the article, spoilers.
Cool. My game 3, Fog of War, was against Ryan Hinch. Great guy. And he had the Necromancer, the Nine...
Sorry about not winning the Apprentice, Ryan.
The Necromancer, spoilers. The Necromancer, the 9 of Dol Guldur, and the Keeper.
That's grim.
Fog of War, so that meant he had 10 heroes. 11 heroes, but 10 to pick from. And I had Halbrand, 16 of Dane, Aragorn, King of the Dead, so I had a lot to pick from as well.
So you pick the Keeper to kill?
Yes. I picked the Keeper and I picked a random Dune of Dane to keep alive.
Not me.
Rather than the King of the Dead, because King of the Dead needed to...
Yeah, obviously not King of the Dead.
Get in there. So it was going to be tough. But I did have Andrew with Elfmaid Blade, which I knew would come in handy.
Oh, because -1's resurrection rules.
Yeah. So, it was whilst we kind of fought in one scenery a bit, which I presumed Ryan was going for, he kind of sent the teleporting one and a couple of others off to the sides, but mainly it was a big scrap in the middle.
Are they infuriating at Fog of War? Because they can just kind of jump to the 6 inches to the next scenery and keep you...
Yeah. So I kind of we just had a big scrap, and it was Ryan at the start had a few turns where he burned quite a lot of might trying to do heroic combats into the things that he wanted to kill. He really wanted to kill Halbrad quickly, because Halbrad with a fearless banner meant that it was much easier for me to get into everything.
He's still your courage 5 though, right?
Yeah, but still, he has Harbinger.
Yeah, so your courage 6 down to 5.
Yeah. And he wanted to get rid of King of the Dead because of the Harbinger, because that meant I killed him on 5s with my guys, not 6s, which made a big difference. And obviously you could try to get Aragorn as well with the Necromancer's Drain Soul, because he has the same as the King of the Dead.
Yeah.
And those moves didn't quite work for him. And then eventually Sauron, he can't run away forever with the Necromancer, and I eventually was able to get in and get Aragorn on. And eventually brought down the Necromancer. And once he's down, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And then things started to die.
It started to unravel for you on Hinge.
So it took a while, but it was really funny. He had like the Witch King against this one guy, and he just couldn't kill him for like 6 turns in a row. So the key thing of that army is when they should be killing stuff.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't killing the army. You need 6.
6 again.
And yeah, after the Necromancer fell, people started to die. Oh, King of the I needed to use 3 might with Aragorn against the Keeper, because I charged into Aragorn with the Keeper.
No, you didn't.
I charged into Keeper with Aragorn, and then fluffed it with a 3 highest with Aragorn.
And he can pierce and strike.
He's pierce and strike.
He's got big.
I was like, I don't want to be hit by that. So I had to use all 3 of his might just to be the Keeper, and then obviously died in the
probably
turn.
2s against Aragorn.
But I was like, also he's the one I want to kill, so I'll kill him. So I killed him.
He's changed in the book. You notice this?
Was he?
He's gone. He used to be 3-1-1, and he's now 3-3-0.
Oh.
Keeper's gained 2 will and lost a fate.
But he did die in the... What? I hadn't noticed. Good spot.
Thanks.
Yeah, anyway, he kept...
I used my eyes.
And then when it got to the end game, I'd just kill one with Aragorn, move on to the next one, kill it with Aragorn, move on to the next one, kill it with Aragorn. So in the end, I did chop through every single one and killed everything.
Really? Fog of War, so then what's that like? Was that 12-0 or something?
Yeah.
Good VPs then?
Because when does the game end? Is it...
I think it's 25% Fog of War. But that's not going to be many for him, is it? No. It's going to be about 2 or something maybe. Yeah, because he's got 11 models. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
Yeah.
So how are you in VP wise?
Pretty much full.
Because I wasn't. I got my card down.
I got 12, 10, 12, something like that.
I dropped. I had 5, 10, 7. So 22.
Yes. But it was a very fun game, and it's quite cool playing them. I didn't feel too bad because I had the elf-made weapon, and I was able to kill Sauron after a while.
Yeah.
And I have an army that's half built to take it on because I'm high courage
and high defence to withstand them.
Yeah, and the Dunedain are quite good matchups as well because they get to attack, so that's quite good as well.
Cool. 3 wins.
Yeah.
Good first day.
Yeah, and then pub quiz.
Yeah, seminar.
Oh yes.
First seminar with Rob as well. Jay was doing it and Rob, new middle earth manager. Good to see him. He was playing in the event as well. I think he'd bought his ticket before he got the job.
Yeah.
So he was playing in the event, and they showed some stuff. Obviously everyone's seeing it now, but it was still pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Denethor and IRLS.
Denethor's amazing, and the Iris.
You're a Gondor kind of guy. Not so much anymore, but after them.
Yeah.
That Denethor's amazing.
Yeah, I'll get both of them.
Bizarrely, I don't have a Gondor army. I barely own a Gondor army. I certainly don't have one painted, but I've got Denethor painted. And I'm quite tempted to buy that Denethor.
Just
have an army of Denethors. But he's an incredible model.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And then Azog and Thorin.
Yeah. It's very, very nice.
It's very good, isn't it? Getting that.
I definitely don't need another Azog and Thorin, but yes.
I'm absolutely getting that. Because you know what I need? I need another Thorin.
Yeah.
My Thorin collection it's getting Larry-esque at this stage. There's plastic Thorin there. These are painted. Forge World Thorin, King Under the Mountain Thorin, Thorin on pony, Dave Frederick's conversion Thorin, young Thorin. So I'm up to 6 painted Thorins so far, and I haven't done barrel Thorin yet. So that's an exciting number of Thorai. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
His face in it and that kind of, he's going like, come on.
Yeah, it's good.
They're-
And the
I think-
Azog's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think they're both amazing. So absolutely getting that soon. I might be in the Steve Crow camp for getting 2 to do the mounted Azog. It's quite tempting. I'll sell Larry the Thorin.
But you need another white warg as well.
Yeah, it's not a cheap conversion. And then you get the spare Azog. I'll sell that to Larry for a sort of Azog Thorin diorama. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do that, but definitely, it's just so good. That'll be out soon, right? That's got to be out next week, week after, I don't know. Something like
Is
that.
the Denethor out yet?
Yeah, they went up.
Is that
I
insane?
think they went up for pre-order last week, didn't they?
Okay.
I think. I haven't really been paying attention
Yeah.
because those didn't, as gorgeous as they were, they don't really interest me.
For me, I'll get them. I just don't need them immediately. I'm not going to paint them right now.
Fucking awesome model there. Fantastic. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then we did the pub quiz
Mm-hmm.
run by Jay. We're Quiz Team Awesome assembled. We've been quizzing together for 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So the key members are myself, you, Adam Drake, Owen Wright and Nick Bramwell. They're the 5 who, if they were there in 2012, and if they're there, always getting. Owen wasn't there this year.
Yeah.
So the 4 of us were joined by Tim Hickson.
Yeah, and we've had quite a few people join over the years.
Yeah. Callum and Laura Mole are sort of honorary.
Yeah, we had
members.
Damian Grant in one year.
And thought we chucked it.
Mm-hmm.
We lost 2 out of 3 who would win games.
Yeah.
But we won it. Stormed back in.
Yeah.
Winning by a point.
Yeah, just by 1.
Efficient.
Yeah.
There you go. Through. Won the quiz. Which is
It was close because there were 2 on 59
2 on 59,
and we were 60.
That's like double efficient squared.
And Adam Troke can get all the plaudits for his wonderful, wonderful answer.
Oh yeah,
Who killed the witch dragon, was it?
Scather the Worm.
Yeah.
And Adam went, I think it's someone like Fram.
Like, write it down.
Brilliant, Fram it is.
That was after
it?
about
It
10
was
minutes.
Fram.
That was about 10 minutes because it
Pulled that out.
he was like, some Rohan guy, I'll get back to you later.
Someone like Fram. Fram!
Boom.
So yeah, and there's genuinely a tiny part of me that's the most important thing to me. It's like going and trying to win that quiz.
Yeah.
So that was great fun as always. Really chuffed to get that. Back to Beefeater, where we dropped off and I greened.
Yeah.
Still in fancy drop at that point, and got rid of most of it, but had I believe it was unhealthy green pallor.
Tinge.
Yeah, so that when we're in the bar, people go, "Are you all right?" A little bit of a green tinge to it.
And where have you been all day?
Yeah. Stayed up in the bar chatting to Steve and George Perkins. Fell asleep. Very tired. Very sleepy. Yeah, great first day.
And then day 2, did you face again?
Yeah, solid. Better face.
Yeah,
We made some improvements to the face paint. Harrison was flying by this point. I was like, I got this. Let's do some nostrils. Get that going.
Yeah. And then,
Wig went. I didn't mention that actually. When I finished playing Adam, taking the wig off was I've got a daughter. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. that Saturday night, pulling that wig off, I was like, it was beautiful.
Game 4. What was game 4? Game 4 was. What's
No,
the
I was playing the Iron Hills. Lords of Battle.
Yes, Lords of Battle.
Mate, yeah. So I got drawn against Andrew, who I hadn't met before. I'd met him briefly in the bar like before, but I hadn't met him before. Really, really nice guy, and he had 9 Hills army, which immediately I was kind of like, it's weird. Like on paper, I'm like, I don't like that. He's got a blister again. We talked about blisters. He's got crossbows. He's got Dane. I'm gonna have to walk towards him, and I did the thing where I was terrified of the blister.
Yeah.
I had Aragorn to march, but I tried spreading them out, but you can't. You got too many.
Yeah.
And so what I ended up doing was pairs. You could sacrifice 2.
Yeah.
And protect all your others.
Yeah.
I found but you couldn't have ones because they all get too close. So I had these pairs going, and he fired a couple of hits, and he got like just a couple of Army of the Dead guys, and I sent 2 riders after the blister. I thought, why not?
Yeah.
And they heroically for me over the course of about 3 turns run down all the crew. So just 2 riders
Oh,
to
so you
the
didn't
Z.
disengage it, you killed the crew.
Yeah, because that was actually I told him I realised he had 1 priority, and I could see the blister, and I was like, that's not right. I was like, if I charge that, and we looked at it, I was like, yeah, if I just charge that, it does it. So I was like, move the crew in front, but then over the course of about 4 turns or 3 turns, they rode down, so it took that out of the game, which is amazing.
The Dead Riders were really good. Defense 8 with Defense 6 horse mean you can confidently send them off towards a ballista and they can survive and then take it out.
Yeah, and against most things, strength 3, the horses are on 6s, which is incredible. So I kind of wandered towards him, and I think I got a bit lucky in that, the old priority thing of going second and then going first. So I got to get the jump on him in some way or whatever, and suddenly I was like, I was thinking, lower fight value and all defense, and their defense is irrelevant. So they go down to coach 3, so I'm winning them on 4s. And because he had Dane and the Ballista and Murin and Dra and the captain, he didn't really outnumber me. I think they're quite similar numbers. Which means there's a lot of 1-on-1s. And you're like, 1-on-1 lower fight value, that's bad. No, it's fine. Because if he wins, I don't die.
If you win,
he needs 6s and I needed 4s. And so suddenly I thought quite unexpectedly, to be honest, I started just cutting through him. I really wasn't hoping to. Dane, I think I got lucky on priority, so I was able to just kind of chuck 1 guy on him, just see, do you want a heroic combat? It's up to you, and then he'd be able to get into 1 more. Aragorn at 1 turn was trapped by 3 dwarfs, and he whiffed, and he got I think like a 4 highest, and I was like, maybe it wasn't trapped. I was like 3 strikes. I was like, I can't have that. Maybe it was 6. Maybe it was I don't know. So 2 mighty. And then he andrilled all 3 of them. I was like, that's absolutely worth it. Killed 3 in 1 go. Oh. Glorious. And the crossbows that I'd have to walk to.
With andrills, and he's amazing.
Yeah. And this is both of us were doing the kind of thematic thing of having him on foot. You can have him on horse in that army.
Oh my word, yeah.
And
kill that horse as soon as you can.
He's got a horse lord, doesn't he?
Oh my word.
I think he has. Elisar definitely
does.
Yeah, he does.
He's so good.
He should be.
Yeah.
Get freaking Aragorn. So I was able to just get onto him. Even like Goat Rider, it just felt like cheating. You get onto Goat Riders, are forced to kill. It's gone. and at a certain point with Lords of Battle, I was just like, it's done now. I'm far enough ahead that he's not going to be able to swing it back.
But in the new rules, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Not it's not a foregone conclusion.
I think Lords of Battle is now tough to get a lot of VPs out, because I ended up that's kind of how it ended. It went, we went as 2 extra turns. I think Aragorn killed off Murin and Dra maybe. Dane survived, I think, but I was just desperately trying to get as many as I could. But because I think Andrew got about maybe 25 wounds. I think he broke me. Yeah, he did break me. He got about 25, and I got like 35, which in the old rules would have been a fairly big win, but now it's just 3.
Yeah.
Because and if your opponent does all right, you're never rarely gonna double it. No, you let alone triple it. So
not with standard armies.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really good. Really enjoyed it, but a really sort of pleasant surprise for me to come through that. I didn't necessarily expect it. Yeah. And I won. I broke him, got 3 for that, and don't think I won his leader. Probably 6. Does that sound about 6? I got 4. So it's just breaking and 1 for breaking and 3 for having more.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed it. Thanks. His armour was lovely. I really had a really cool game. It's a nice start.
Nice.
4 wins. What's going on?
And I played Tim Hickson, who had what looked like an amazing Warg Rider army.
And we'd sort of joked, I don't know if it was the night before or the Friday night, that would be a good matchup for us.
Yeah.
Because of it's all orcs.
It's 56 cavalry models. So yeah, it looks terrifying because it takes up so much space. And he has Gothmog. Gothmog's a beast. It was Gothmog and a ton of captains and 1 shaman. So he had the shaman.
Oh, the shaman's grim.
And it was
isn't he?
It was going to be tough to kill him because he's got so many Warg Riders. And I kind of, at least it was Lords of Battle, so I was like, I think I can hopefully kill more than him. I kind of set up a bit longer, so he came at me and was kind of being cautious because he was trying to get the jump on me the first turn he charges in. But I ended up, in the end, contracting into basically a ring with some scenery pieces so that he couldn't really bring all of his numbers to bear.
Particularly Warhammer's big bases.
Yeah, so that kind of helped a lot. He charged, in his first charge, he charged Gothmog into the King of the Dead. And Aragorn wasn't going to be able to get across, even if he were at combat it.
Just trying to one-turn it.
Trying to kill, get rid of the Harbinger. And we both heroic struck, because King of the Dead can heroic strike with his might.
Yeah, you can.
Gothmog has 2 might left, but King of the Dead wins roll off.
Did Gothmog?
Killed him.
Oh, man, that's great.
He had a spare spot as well.
Taking his special rule with him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that was a big swing very early on. And King of the Dead was like, I'll have that might point back, thank you. What's the battle?
I don't think we did that. Aragorn should have been dripping with might.
Yeah. So we got a might point back, and then did a heroic combat the next turn. Killed some more wargs.
Just because you could.
Yeah.
What a shocking use of might for the King of the Dead.
So yeah, then he kind of, it felt really fun, like I was doing like this, it was a really last ditch defence against hordes of stuff ramming into me, and because he's coming at me from all sides, his shaman can only, he'd do quite a clever thing where he'd charge one lot of his shaman, move his shaman, charge the next lot.
Oh.
So he's basically getting just a huge amount into me, but then on the other side...
So he's almost getting like 12 inches and then another 12 inches.
Well, because he can move 10 inches with the shaman, so he got, like, on one side he would get everything he wants in, but then on the other side he'd have to take courage tests. And the thing was that Warg Riders, when they hit you, as we know in the 50-point bat rep, they'll kill stuff, and even though they need 6s, they were killing the army of dead. So
you got 4 dice.
But in good news for me, whenever I beat him, I could, alright, 1 dice at the warg, and then one at the rider. So I did manage to kill quite a lot of
3s
stuff.
against the warg as well. Courage 2 down to 1.
So yeah, it was. It looked like it was in my favour, but on the last turn, because Aragorn had been heroic combating through and was now out in the open, still all 3 might left. Charged by, he charged 1 Warg Rider, but then he was charged by a Warg and 2 Warg Riders. So Tim has 6 attacks to Aragorn's 3. I was like, this is the last combat of the game. I'm 1 off breaking.
Oh no.
Aragorn against these Warg Riders, and I was like...
How many mights you got? 3?
3 might. All he has to do... No, 2 might, sorry. All he has to do is all he has to do is get 4 and the game's in the bag. 3.
Oh.
It's like Aragorn.
Classic Aragorn.
Because he'd been combating, Tim got onto Halbrad, was trying to get him at the end, so Halbrad hadn't been able to move far enough.
The banner range.
So he wasn't even in banner. I was like, alright, this could be bad, because he needs 5s on Aragorn. Defense 6. 12 dice. If he gets 6 5s, Aragorn's dead.
Oh, so he won the fight, so it's Ron's win.
Yeah.
6 5s, Aragorn's dead on 12 dice.
5 of them. So I've got, if I pass all 3 fate with 2 might,
He's alive.
then he survives. And I chuck the fate, 6/6, and then something I could might. So I was ridiculously lucky.
You didn't follow the O'Byrne method of 1, 2, 3 for the fight.
But yeah, if Aragorn had flipped his fate, that was it.
And that would have
been a draw.
Right.
It would have swung to a draw because he'd have broken me in leader, but I'd killed more, and had I broken him? I don't think I had, so I think that gets to about a draw.
That game, if it didn't go to time, it went deep, didn't it? Because I remember going to lunch, going past you, and you were still playing.
Yeah, it was. It's because it was pretty tactical, and he's moving a lot of wargs, and I'm trying to kind of stop him from getting loads of people in. So it was quite a cool game, but it's also terrifying because all 50 had throwing weapons, which against my army was okay because they bounce off.
Yeah.
But against a normal army, 50 on throwing weapons, that's horrendous. So yeah, it was a really fun game. It was very tactical. So I really enjoyed playing that with Tim. Another scenario, if it was like recon or domination, I think I'd struggle a lot more because I couldn't huddle up.
Yeah.
I couldn't huddle up.
Just afford to just chuck a whole bunch of them off the board with that.
Yeah. But yeah, even anything where I'd have to spread my army out, I think I'd struggle against them. So it was a good job we got loads of battle, to be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, cool game.
lunch again,
Mm-hmm.
and then into game 5. Now, for game 5, they'd announced in the start of Sunday, they said that you could do grudges, which is very much in the Throwing Skulls this year was Swiss ranked, but very much in the spirit of Throwing Skulls, that you could, if you wanted to challenge anyone. And what I really wanted was to play if I got the choice, was to play like an evil Palantir army, like a thematic army. And really bizarrely, just before game 4 started, a guy just came up to me and like bumped into me or something and introduced himself, and I think he watched the show or something like that, and he sort of knew us. And I was chatting away to him, and his name was Will. And I was like, what you got with you? And he went, he said, I've got a evil Palantir army. I was like, what? I was like, with what? And he was like, I've got a Mimic and the Witch King on Fellbeast and a Troll and Moranis. I was like, and then genuinely, there was a part of me that was like, what if he's lost all 4 games?
Yeah.
And I was like, is that genuine? Is that cheating? It's like, I don't know, because it doesn't matter. But it's like, are people like that trying to win it? So trying to engineer it. And I sort of said to him like, how you doing? And he went, I'm on 3 wins and a draw.
Yeah.
And I was like, brilliant. I was like, so it's actually possible we could have played each other anyway if I was like the lowest on 4 wins. So that, I don't know if eased my conscience.
Well, there's no lowest, it was just random because you didn't give any victory points.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I don't know if he's the conscience. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a part of me where you could, if you really wanted to win on that round, you could just go to the bottom table and sort of say, do you want a game? So I was really pleased that he was, he was having a good weekend as well. So then we put that in for before game 4. And then that also really relaxed me because I knew that the final game was going to be a great matchup. Whereas I always dread that your 5th game is against some horrible, filthy army or something like that. So we met, and he was so nice, Will. I've never met him before. Absolute gent. And we had a blast, and we had this really, we were setting up, and he got back I might get the dates wrong. He'd got back into the hobby, I think 2 weeks ago, and painted his whole army.
And display board.
And done the display board in 2 weeks. It was absolutely insane. He'd got back in, bought an army, and then bought the ticket 2 days before or something. It was madness. But his army was beautiful. It looked absolutely wonderful. And he, as I said, Mimic, Witch King on Fellbeast, Gothmog, Troll, and then a bunch of runners. And he said right at the start, he's like, the Witch King's the Witch King for the film. I was like, he'll probably cast about 2 spells. I'm going to be giving him the crown and the flowers that I'm going to charge him in. And I was like, that's cool. So we deployed, and it was capture and control. And his Mimic was on one side. Remembering the horror of the day before, I then, in turn 1, ran the other way, away from it. And the Army of the Dead clashed with the Moranan line. He managed to win a heroic move which got his Witch King away, which is good for him. But he wasn't transfixing Aragorn. He was properly charging in, and it was like he was only like, I think he was 3-12-3, so we geared him up as a combat hero and not as a, and that was really refreshing. And I'd like your input on this later. I suddenly realised as he deployed his Witch King, I was like, right, okay, so Aragorn's got heroic resolve. And if he rolls a 6 to resist, he gets to keep that. You know, you're into the new edition. I realised that's the first spellcaster I played in the whole tournament. 1 wizard. I was like, that's interesting. As a sort of meta thing. So he got him away, and Aragorn was able to get onto the troll, heroic strike, and kill the troll, which was cool. And then he charged the Witch King into the back of my line, and I was able, I think, the turn after to get the King of the Dead onto the Fellbeast. They both struck up, and then I think he didn't get to 10. I got to 10. Was able to kill the Witch King. Then it was basically Gothmog and a few orcs, and the Mimic comes in. The Mimic got a trample off, but I think he bounced off. It was terrible. He bounced off maybe the 3rd one because he only had the 3 dice, which is a huge swing. Yeah, huge swing. So he stops after hitting a few of mine, and the King of the Dead was brilliant. The King of the Dead was about to charge into the Mimic, and he had the repelling lines. He'd put little chains on them, like jeweler's chain on them, and he gets all his Haradrim guys out with a less than an inch between them, so that the King of the Dead can't hit the Mimic.
Nice.
Very good. So I sort of swarmed the Haradrim, and then I think the turn after that, the King of the Dead was able to get onto it, and Aragorn fought Gothmog 1-on-1 for 3 turns of combat. We played it out. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything. And
For a challenge.
kind of tempted, and Aragorn took him down.
Mm-hmm.
On the third turn with Anduril. So that was a really cool night. Like the last fight of the tournament was Aragorn v Gothmog, and it was when the Troll and the Witch King had gone down. I'm again wounding his orcs on threes and not dying, so I was able to kind of turn it and manage to get all the objectives. So I got 12 in that. But honestly, it was brilliant. It was such a good game, such a wonderful. It was like ending the tournament where I started it against Dan's Monarchs, and like it was so cool and so thematic, and the armies looked brilliant, and it was just an absolute blast. So it's a pleasure to meet you, Will. Thank you very much, and
Great last game.
somehow finished on 5 wins.
Smashed.
And we were on table. We were two like
Close. Yeah.
the next row over,
Mhm.
and I remember saying to you like going, like that, and you went, "Oh." And yourself.
Yeah. So whilst I was playing Tim, Geffen asked if you could grudge me, and I was like, at the time I was like, I kind of want like you. I want to play a theme for a good one. I want to play a themey one. But then the Tim game went on so long, and you had to get your grudge in before the end of the round, and we were still playing at time, and then over time I was like, oh, I've missed a grudge now. So then just went to
Oh, so you didn't play.
yeah, so I
What
went
did
to
you get
like Rohan and
Oh,
Nels, I think. Got to lunch and had lunch and was like, oh, I'll just get whoever I get. Hopefully I don't get Edzol Hero, because that'll be nasty to play against. And then we sat at lunch and Tom Pickard was on the table. I was like, no, I played you before.
Nicey, Tom Pickard.
Yeah, I was like, that would be favourable to Ed, because I was starting to get worried now that I'm just going to end up playing Ed. No offence to Ed, but I think that all hero Lost Alliance would be tough. And I was like, maybe we can try and play. And so I went to chat to the organisers, and they were like, yeah, if your opponents are happy to switch, which they were, then you can play.
Cool.
So we just and Tom set up, and I was like, actually this matchup isn't great for me, because he had Durin and 15 Khazad-Guard.
Oh,
So Khazad-Guard have got Bodyguard. They're also +1 to wound because they're burly, because you can upgrade them.
Yeah.
Which means he wounds my army then on 5s. So they're the best things against me that I've come up against. Had the King's Champion. And Durin gives +1 courage. So it negated the King of the Dead's Harbinger, which meant they were courage 4 across the board, which meant I had 5s to wound. So he was 5s to wound me, and I was 5s to wound him, and he outnumbered me. So I was kind of like, I probably have to kill Durin, but Durin's not the easiest person to just go and kill. Aragorn and we kind of set up quite close together. It was capture and control. So he kind of had some objectives at the back, and I had my ones. Aragorn and King of the Dead go into King's Champion, try and get him to start with, because I don't know, he worries me a bit. And I was like, I'll deal with Durin in a minute. Went into King's Champion. King's Champion wins. King's Champion spanks Aragorn. I was like, oh.
It kills him?
No, but I was like, oh, that went badly. Before Aragorn dies, I'm going to put him into Durin. So, at first, Tom was killing more, and he bought the new Gandalf dice with the rune. I saw that rune symbol so much.
Good size.
It was because he had 2 banners, and he just banner, it's like 6. Yeah, they were good dice. So I'd say about a third of the way through the game, I felt like I was behind because I was losing we were losing similar-ish models, and I started with fewer models.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, I need to get to the objectives. But then Aragorn got onto Durin with the King of the Dead, and they spent a couple of turns fighting. The first one he did Heroic Strike with Durin, lost. Aragorn and the King of the Dead hit him and don't really do that much. Second turn he's got 1 might left, and he went with Heroic Defence rather than Strike. I win the fight, need natural 6s, and then just got about 3 or 4 6s.
Oh,
so it was very lucky.
Heroic Defence that.
Yeah, so the Heroic Defence didn't work. But we're thinking with Durin, he's actually a good character to have Heroic Defence, because usually against warriors, they would then need 6s by 6s, which does make it quite powerful. But you kind of think about it and you're like, he could have heroic struck and perhaps could have even won the fight. You never know.
Yeah.
And then once Durin went down, that made a huge difference because then he was forced to kill his stuff, not fives.
They stopped being +1 courage.
And yeah, it's harder for them to charge me, etc. He had quite a few Iron Guard as well. My Dunedain, one of my Dunedain guys did a solo run into a load of his guys, and Tom being Tom Pickard was like, it's alright, you can fight one-on-one. And we just had, he just then fought a dwarf one-on-one every turn and was being an absolute hero and was chopping through stuff. Oh yeah, he had a ballista thing as well. What's it called? The
bolt thrower.
Yeah, the cannonball.
I think it's a ballista.
Ballista, yeah. Which didn't do too much, but it did make me really worry about my riders running for any objectives.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because he just hit it. Because all he has to do is hit. If I've only got one running, he'll hit me and kill me.
Dwarf ballista.
Yeah. So that was quite scary. Anyway, once it got to the end game, Aragorn just then started dominating because I could then move first and deal with stuff and get on the objectives. But on the final turn, he shot with his ballista to wound Aragorn. So he said that he got more combined points worth of hits and kills with his ballista because he killed a few Army of the Dead guys than he did in every single other game, just in the last game. Yeah, but actually because he'd done so well in killing to start with, when we first rolled to see if the game would end on a 1 or a 2, it would have been a draw the first turn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But it didn't end. And then Aragorn, as you go on and on, as you go on and on, Aragorn just takes it. So yeah, it was a really cool game. And yeah, the key to it was killing Durin.
Durin the Deathless.
Yeah.
More like the Durin the not Deathless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if you'd got lucky in the first strike off and won that, then it could be a very different outcome. The Khazad-dûm are really good now.
Yeah,
really good. So that was it. 5 wins for both of us.
5 wins, man.
Boom.
So, on reflection on the army, because there was one I wanted to pick up on. I think it's fair to say I certainly didn't take the army to be competitive, and you stole your army from me, so I assume you didn't either. And got 24, so you got 4.
Yeah.
So
he lost
Dan
to
Hutfeld had a lot of Army of the Dead as well. He had something else, didn't he? He was more like yours. He had some Dunedain.
Yeah.
I feel like he had maybe something else.
I think he had Aragorn on horse.
Yeah.
I don't think he had the banner though. I think he might have just had Halbrand on foot.
So Army of the Dead heavily got. It's interesting. We were talking last week, or in the last episode, about which of the two armies would do better.
Yeah.
Both got 5 wins. So Army of the Dead on their own 5 wins. Army of the Dead with Dunedain 5, and Army of the Dead with Dunedain there 4.
Yeah.
That's unexpected.
Yeah. They're very good now because I think Shaman's a bit less prevalent, but also it's the defence 8, which is huge.
And Harbinger, the 12-inch Harbinger on the
Harbinger.
King of the Dead is brilliant.
Because it makes you wound on 4s a lot of the time rather than 5s.
I think it's because it swings 2 rules. It stops them charging you, and it helps you kill. And it made a difference against the mimics, but it made a huge difference against the goblins.
Yeah.
A huge difference against the Iron Hills, and a huge difference against the Mariners, and a decent difference against the Fiefdoms.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's Throne of Skulls. Maybe people didn't have the most competitive armies, but then saying that, I think it was probably the most competitive field of Throne of Skulls armies I've seen. Like
not in a deliberate way. It's just theme is now.
But there were definitely more what you would urge on the side of filth than you'd normally expect at Throne of Skulls, I think. So, and it was Swiss ranked, so they are, I think,
pretty.
They've obviously done well, but they don't have any shooting, they don't have any magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, spellcasters.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Witch King.
I thought Saruman, and the Necromancer.
As you say, you had Gandalf in Lake Town.
And Gandalf.
So you had 3, fair enough.
Yeah, but they weren't as scary. They just weren't as scary as they were previously. Like, they weren't bad.
Because I hadn't even missed them until that final game, when I suddenly realised I had to think about my will points and resolve and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, wizards, which is, I think, great, really, really good, like, for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, we both finished on 5 wins, but of course, in Throne of Skulls, that means nothing.
No.
Because you get 6 points for a win, so we were both on 30 points, but then every player got to vote for their 2 best armies, favourite armies, and their 2 most sporting nominations. I should say that to Tom as well, other Tom. I was very, very lucky. I think what I said going into the last one was what I really wanted for the weekend was best army nomination. I was lucky enough to get a best army nomination, so thank you GW team, whoever does that. And the best army award went to Tom Thorpe with his ludicrously good Gondor army. So well done.
Every single. You could have got my generation shift bases. No, I'm going to cut out every bit out of cardboard.
He's just put. I think it's in gold, isn't it? He's put up on the group today with and the freehand on the cloak is just.
It's ridiculous.
Just absurd.
A white tree on a cloak.
So that was cool. It was nice to get It felt like making the display board.
Better freehand on the arm instead, shouldn't
I should not dry brush my army.
Yeah.
That's probably it. But it was nice to get the nod, as it were. So you both vote for your favourite army, and every person voted for their 2 most important opponents, and everyone. So there's potentially 10 votes you can get there if you get both from all 5 of your opponents, and each vote was worth 3 points. So at this point, you could be on 30. We were on 30, but you need to get to 60.
Yeah, you can get another 30 points.
And so what we'd said in the lead up was it's probably going to be someone on 3 or 4 wins who would win, because you can easily jump them. So we wanted to say well done to. What is it? 32 Ed Ball, Mine Seed for winning all 5 games. Oh, and Cal. Cal Steele's right. So why don't you guys for getting the 5 games throughout the weekend. We all gathered for the award ceremony. What did you think? I think trying to be like sort of humble about it. Where
I didn't think I'd get too many army ones, thought I'd get some sporting ones, so I was like, with 5 wins, I was like, could be top 10.
You were only thinking you were top 10?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. Because I then thought...
It depends, because I was like, someone with 4 wins could smash the painted votes, could smash sporting votes,
and the wonderful thing about this is what you can't count, we always laugh at this, what you can't take into account is who else your opponent plays. So you could be as nice as you want, but if your opponent plays like Thomas Macklin and Tom Pickard, you haven't got a chance in hell.
No.
You're just not getting those votes, which is kind of wonderful.
And the same with the painting, if they've played Tom Thorpe and
absolutely,
even yours, right? For me, it's like I'm never getting that vote.
So I thought coming out of it, I'm on 5 wins. That's pretty good. There's only 5 people on 5 wins, and I was like, I think I've got a shot between the best army, and I was like, I might have a shot at this.
Yeah.
I was like, that's unexpected. Suddenly you're like, surely not. So we gather for the awards ceremony, and one of the first awards they do is most sporting.
Yeah.
The person, and we were sort of joking because you were on 5 wins as well, and Tom's famously nice. And I think I said to you, like, because he stole my army or whatever, and I've done this way, I was like, if you snake this from under me, I'll get a kick right off.
Yeah.
And then now it's most sporting, and Tom got it. And Tom was the most sporting player. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh no. Because I figured, like, if you've got the most that's most goals, you must have 5.
Yeah.
You've got to have 5, which means at the most, I've got 4.
Right.
And then suddenly, for me to be above you, I've got to get, I don't know, whatever the swing on that is, 2 more best army votes than you. And I was like, he's done it. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, he's done it. He's snaked it for you. And then they awarded it, and 3rd place went to Ashley Fulcher. And then 2nd place went to Tom Harrison. Everyone was very excited. You were excited, I was excited. And if you want to, took 2nd place. I got the cool Gold Rings trophy.
Look at that.
And then I think at that point, then I was like, I don't know. I thought that could be me then, and I was beyond delighted to win. Thank you very much. So we did a Palantir. Do you want to cheers?
Yeah.
Gently, in case it shatters, that'd be dreadful. Cheers. We did a Palantir 1-2 from Throwing Skulls. Because final results are in.
That's not going to happen again, is it?
Nope.
The 1-2. I don't think we've ever had a 1-2.
Nova, twice.
Oh, yeah.
But this time the 1-2 was the right way around. And you got 5 best army nominations, and we want to say, most sporting. we should say well done to Jacob Mundlin.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the only other one.
Well, you're on the top
there
50.
you go. Matthew Rattenbury. You think there's 5 down here? I don't think there would because of the scores.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were 3. There was you, Jacob Mundlin, and Matthew Rattenbury.
And I won by virtue of winning the most games.
Yeah. So if there's a tie, it's whoever finished highest. So Tom got most important on that, and then I'd got 4, which I was very tough with. But then I got 5 favourite army votes, which I was like genuinely. And what's nice about this is I genuinely mean this. I think this isn't. We didn't win this because you win the games. It's not being smug about it because it's our opponents that did it. So the only reason I managed to get this is because the opponents voted for mine and voted for most sporting. So thank you so much because you guys got it for us, and it's the same with Tom. So that's kind of lovely.
Yeah, I had 2 best army votes. So what you've done by doing converted Aragon display board bumps you 3 votes.
Yeah, and maybe the fancy dress. I was genuinely curious because the fancy dress I looked like a fool for the whole weekend. I was like, is that most sporting? Is that best art? I don't know, but I'd imagine it played a part, as it were. Which I'm glad it played a part because I felt bloody uncomfortable the whole damn weekend. Tom got 5, and then we should say a massive well done to Matt Davis, who won 3 games, but came 4th.
Yeah.
And this is the magic of throwing skulls because he got 4 favourite game votes and 5 favourite army votes.
Yeah.
So kind of rocketed up there, and the same. You saw that, but Tom Thorpe again. He got 5 favourite army votes, but he only won 3 games, and he ended up finishing 7th.
Yeah.
So you can see that it really is rewarding playing with a cool army.
It does mean that if you want to win Throne of Skulls, you have to bring a decent army and have it decently painted now.
Because this is the 3rd format of Throne of Skulls.
Yeah.
So you won Throne of Skulls 5 years ago when it was just wins.
Yeah.
But was not Swiss ranked.
No.
5 random wins. Yeah. Same with James Long.
Yeah.
Then Tom Pickard and Harry Parkhill won it when it was just favourite game votes. So that's harder. It's harder because you've just got to be incredibly nice and hope that your opponent will nicer. And now this is the first year when it's if you want to win it, I genuinely don't think. And again, I mean this genuinely so humbly. I don't think you can do well at this by planning it. Because what do you plan? Do you plan to win the games, or do you plan to be nice or whatever?
You've got to bring a nice army.
Yeah, and I've always said that if you win a tournament, it's luck, and this tournament I won this tournament because of luck. Like I got the right players at the right games, and then I had good games with them, I guess.
Yeah, well, if you lose one more game, then I win.
Yeah, because you're what? Because of VPs.
Yeah.
Did you have more VPs than me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 6 points ahead of you. So I dropped 3. I was chuffed with that. But so yeah, if you want to come and, but I don't think anyone does try and win it. Essentially, but if you want to try and win it, you have to now. If me and you both won all the games, you have to assume maybe to win it, you need to win all 5. But with an army that people are going to enjoy and vote for you.
Yeah.
And so it's also maybe shows that despite the fact that the army that are good, they're also fun to play against.
It's because you get stuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
they
people
can't
appreciate.
shoot you.
Yeah, there's no shooting. You just charge in and you. Okay, they don't die, but it feels like a fight.
Yeah.
Which people generally like more than playing something like Elves, which are a bit more standoffy.
Yeah, absolutely. And huge props I want to say to Will Greenwood, who I played. This is back in the hobby for 2 weeks. He came 8th. That was a stunning result.
Great work.
So yeah. So what's that about? That's amazing. So yeah, genuinely over the freaking moon with that.
Yeah. It was a great weekend.
It was brilliant. Well done to Chris, who was I believe running it, and Michael, who was there, and all the other staff that were helping out. It was genuinely absolutely awesome. It's easy to say that when we did this, but what a 1-2. So yeah, what's next for you? Army there, do you like them?
Yeah, they were good. They could even be a competitive army. Yeah, it definitely. With the new rules, the new Hobbit book, the new releases, playing the Throne of Skulls, it's definitely made me think I want to keep painting a new army because this is the first time that I've taken a new army to an event in a while.
Yeah, me too.
And it's really fun doing that.
Worked out alright, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right, do that again.
So yeah, I definitely want to do some more painting, and the Army of the Dead were great for that because you can smash through them.
Got 1,200 points just of Army of the Dead painting in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's nice that project for me is completed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like 2 months ago we started doing this article series and it's now done and I can put that to bed. And there's no more...
nice finish to the article series.
Yeah, that was the other... I said that to Jay. Before we knew the results. Because I've got the 5 wins. I was like, this is awesome. I was like, that was unexpected. And he said to me afterwards, he was standing again, yeah, and you've won. Yeah. that'll be a good end. Yeah. So that's been submitted at the time of recording, so all being well, you should have, hopefully might have read that yesterday by the time you watch it. So yeah, it was freaking awesome. It was lovely. It was lovely to see everyone, because I don't get to make tournaments anymore. The result was out of this world. I couldn't expect that at all. And it was just marvellous all round. So we went for dinner at the Beefeater, big group of us. Yeah. I went in full regalia, felt appropriate, didn't change out of that. And then headed home. And you stayed. Devon and Zadie were there. Took him to the airport the next day without issue. And there we go. Yeah. That's Throwing the Skulls, isn't it? So there we go. Throwing the Skulls. Do we have some Throwing the Skulls comments?
No.
No?
No. Yeah. No, it was a great weekend. And yeah, thanks Devon and Zadie for being great travel buddies.
Oh, and we got to say, you might have seen this in a sketch. Zadie finished above Devon.
Absolutely huge.
That's spectacular. Well done. Her second tournament she's played in. That's absolutely glorious. Again, due to the wonder that is Throwing the Skulls.
Yeah. It turns out people don't like Sauron.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it, isn't it? He went. I think he won 4 games, didn't he? I don't know if he did well, but people didn't enjoy playing the army. Yeah. So you're not gonna. And I think Devon finished 58th on 4 wins.
58th.
Was that so 59 on 4 wins? It's like, but then you've got to win 5 games, but have your opponents enjoy it. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting format. I think.
Yeah, it's cool.
It bodes well.
We would say that.
There we go.
So yeah, we're gonna move on.
We're gonna finish in standard format of the 50-point battle. Yeah. And we have had some suggestions from people at the boss that they want to see 2 dinner day. Face off against the Wild Riders. You're
not convinced?
No, I think the Wild Riders will absolutely rinse them. Yeah. I said this, was it on the last video, we agreed to two dinner day next. I think that I don't buy it for a second. No. So 2 attacks, might, higher fight, no. I think they're going to get wrecked.
As soon as they lose, they're dead.
It just needs one of them to have one bad roll, like a couple of 3s, a couple of 4s, and it's all over. So we're going to go and play that now. What was that?
Is that doorbell?
It might be Devon coming back for the 50-point bat rep.
Just swooping in.
Yeah, he's probably got calmed down after earlier. Yeah. Shall I play him?
Yeah. Cool. You've been sat here for a while in that shirt.
Oh yeah, I'll change the shirt before I play the game.
Yeah, okay.
Probably best, because otherwise he'll get confused.
Cool.
Might have a shave as well.
Just trim a bit.
Yeah, I'll just take a bit off before the bat rep. Cool. Let's go and do it.
Let's do it.
Hello. So here we are with the 50-point bat rep this week, joined by a special guest star.
Hello.
It's Devon Moreno.
Oh, Tom in disguise.
The unsporting DCHL fan. He will be. What are you bringing today?
Today I'm bringing the Dunedain from the Rangers faction, and actually I got some special conversions here, all Aragorn models.
Very cool. Can we have a little cheeky look at those?
Yeah.
Tom likes a crash zoom.
Oh yeah. I love these guys.
You got a skull on the base there?
Oh, they're supposed to be in the Paths of the Dead.
Very cool.
So they're actually ranged to the north, but
how many skulls did you paint?
A lot less than you. One skull. So 1 skull per ranger.
Cool. So the conversions by...
actually, Seth Hinder made all of this. Actually, so I should admit, Seth Hinder from the DCHL, he actually converted every single ranger from an Aragorn model or various King's Huntsmans and Eowyn's and such, and then painted all of it. So can't take any credit for this. This masterpiece, all done by him.
Stunning models, though. Look great.
And you're going to knock them all down and kill them?
Yeah, kill them before Invincible Wild Riders, right? So we decided that these, as people following the channel for a while will know, are old money Warg Riders. So they are the old rules. They're underpointed at the moment. Still have the one MVP with throwing spear. They don't have an army bonus. But these guys, because they're a new challenger from the new edition, they are getting their army bonus. So that means they are 2 attacks.
Yes.
Is that right?
2 attacks, and they still have the might, will, fate, everything like that.
Cool. So interesting. So we'll see how it goes on. Priority.
Alright,
It's Wondrous, and what are these, Damian? King of the Dead dice.
Shut.
A bit glowy at the moment.
Well, so's the King of the Dead, mate.
Well, I'm going to stay put and shoot some of these wargs off their
Why take the tape measure? Noob mistake there. Panicking in the 50-point back rep, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're coming in.
A shock tactical manoeuvre. Wargs go forward. There you go. Your priority, sorry, your shoot.
Alright.
Would you like to call a heroic shoot?
You know what? Not a bad idea, but I'm going to go ahead and play it easy on you this time. So, so first ranger here, he's going to shoot at this guy right here.
Sure.
And he hits. Need a 3 up, and then...
It's a rider.
It's the rider.
Yep, and this was actually
He's
not in the way of a
4,
shot.
So it's a 5.
And...
See, invisible.
Almost mightable. And the second one, he's going to fire at that guy right in front of him. And he gets the hit. And the warg.
It's a 5 to kill the warg. Oh, it's huge. It's huge early on. Oh, it's
Should I
2 might,
spend it?
right? 1 might each.
Yeah, they're 1 might each.
That's a huge call. Harrison is shaking his head furiously off camera.
I'll take Harrison's advice on this one. I'll go ahead and...
Oh, they're going nuts as they watch it.
I
They're
won't,
going
I won't
nuts.
spend the night. I won't spend the night.
Oh, they're saying kill the warg. I can hear them.
No,
I've
I
got a
need
throwing
to
spear. I'm going to chuck into that one.
Can you imagine?
He kills me with a throwing spear on the charge. Oh man, he's going to throw spears on the charge. It's not going to be good.
So yeah, priority?
Yeah. I think so. Alright, and...
Goes to Rangers.
Who are
Now-
presumably just out of range.
Just out of
Are they
range.
out of range? They are just out of range.
Just out of range.
So, well, I could. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cavalry charge. I think.
That's very brave of you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be extremely brave.
Cool. So I'm going to start with Wargy McWargerson. Throwing weapon.
All right.
Here it comes. So we're going to go big. Yeah.
Hard thought
I
here.
was thinking about a 3-on-1.
Oh well.
I was thinking of going nuts. Is it mad though?
It is my good fight for.
So 2 attacks, but you do have a might point with
I
both.
do
And
have
fight
a mic for
value.
both. Yeah.
You'd fancy your chances here, I think.
I'm hoping so. No harm out with that.
Which one do you want to start with?
We'll go ahead and with Aragorn number 1. I mean, Nunaday number 1.
Set the bar, then.
And the bar has been set. I can win it anytime I want.
5.
Let's draw them out.
Draws
That
the line.
might
the
is
line.
going to be drawn.
Yeah.
Alright, so he spends a point of might.
It does indeed.
And I'm going to go ahead and just swing at riders, and we'll just prioritize with that.
Sure.
Why not? And...
Off the table.
Off the table.
2's not good.
God, man, it's terrible with these 50-point men.
Fine, got others.
War-
Coach test?
Yep. War goes. That's a whole model gone. That's pretty big for war.
Harrison
He's,
understands the game. Another fight.
Alright, and...
I told you this would happen.
Such a joke. It's such a joke.
It's the 4 highest roll.
Alright. I guess we don't knock models prone nowadays.
You won't
It'll
need.
be dead.
You won't need.
Defensively?
4.
He's defense 4.
4. How many
I
ranges
died,
is
I
that?
think,
Dad, take
5
it off.
times. Let me see if I can fade it. No. Alright.
Oh my word.
Never in doubt, mate. Never in doubt.
Priority, you could do it this 7.
Yeah, because this guy hasn't got might.
Alright, here we go. It's
3.
It's me. You took the job.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's grim.
That's terrible. We'll start with this guy.
You could. Oh, don't kill him with.
Don't do it. Oh, who's that? These broken warg riders.
It's alright. All you need is a 6.
A juicy 6.
Do you want to see what you're facing?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Chance.
And oh, come on. Well, that was short.
No, he's not dead yet.
This would have to be the worst roll ever.
I did this at Throne of Skulls. I had 6 with Andrew. Got 3 highest. Not tonight. Wait.
He's more dice. He died 3 times already. And 4, 5, 6 times.
To the day in my arse. Photo.
Well, that was quick.
And that is it. We will come back with a 50-point battle rep breakdown. Although, actually, Devon, I think someone's calling you and you're going to have to rush off before we get to the 50-point battle rep breakdown.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. All right, well.
So he might not be here.
Oh, he's in.
Well, that wasn't unexpected, was it?
Told you. Just changed my shirt back.
Yeah.
Grew some beard back. Obviously.
Didn't go
I told
on,
you.
did it?
I freaking told you.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
It wasn't even. Yeah. It wasn't even a game, was
He
it?
killed a rider, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he killed a rider. Just gone, dead. Told you. Take it off. There's only so much to say about that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's their. I don't even know. 9th win or something.
A lot.
It's a lot of wins, but they go marching on. What can stop them? Tom?
Larry had an idea of Harmer, thematic.
Harmer.
Yeah. Does he? Have you got the Lord of the Rings book?
I do.
Is he 50? Can you get him for 50?
He's 50, but that would be dreadful.
He's got 3 might now.
Yeah, and he'll die with it. Harmer's
Oh, he's
55. Can't play, unfortunately.
That's so sad.
You can get King's
King's
Hunter. I
Hunter,
think
no.
we've done the King's Hunter.
He'd be rubbish.
Captain Rohan with Shield. He's had his day. So sorry.
It's a shame. I was hoping Harmer
thing
could
is,
take them
The
out.
worrying thing about that is he's more points and still die.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make an exception if Larry suggested it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you line up. You can put Smaug against him and the Wild Riders will win. Maybe we'll have a think about that. Maybe should we allow a 5-point thing for the theme?
Yeah.
Let Harmer in there. But yeah, the Wogs inevitably, of course, go marching onwards.
Yeah.
Maybe are they gearing towards episode 100 for a big
Let's fight
like,
everything.
one-off? Yeah.
Just send swarms towards them.
They're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our Throne of Skulls review. Well done to everyone involved in the Middle Earth team and the community team and all that. It was awesome. It was a brilliant weekend. Let us know below your thoughts about the weekend. Did you have a good time? So on and so forth. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
We are recording this on, what is it, the 10th? And we think there might be one next week. There's
50-50.
potential, yeah. It is 50-50. They either will or they won't.
Yeah.
Classic Ent whistle, that. And there might be one next week. If not, it'll be after Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so you're probably going to... Oh, we haven't done it downstairs. Normally for the Christmas. We'll have to re-record it all. You'll either get one next week as a Christmas bonus episode or probably in about 3 weeks' time when we're back after Christmas. But yeah, if you don't see us, I can't believe we didn't get all Christmassy. Have a very Merry Christmas. Hope you have a great time.
With that,
Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
like us on Facebook and follow us on the Bunnings website.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking in the links below.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
I'm happy,
Strat.
edgy,
Oh, edgy. Bat.
la,
Game.
he.
G. Happy strategy battle game.
Yeah, but you know, over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
It's very good. Here's an outtake. Oh, you alright, guys?
God,
Throne of Souls was great.
It was a great weekend.
I was smashing my opponents. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Sauron is brutal. Like 4 games, won.
4 wins.
4 wins. And even my 5th win, my loss. I almost won that. I mean, Sauron was crushing through people. I loved it.
Oh,
It was
well done,
great.
mate. That's
Yeah, dude.
great result. Do you know where you finished?
No, have the scores come up yet?
No, they haven't been uploaded yet.
Well, I'm sure at least like top 10. I mean,
How many wins did you have?
should we refill?
Yeah, solid.
That was really. I was just surprised at how quickly you turned into
It's so easy because it's natural.
Yeah,
See, you guys don't believe me.
there's no acting involved.
Like